All right, let's talk about Nigerian Football Federation and the fact that they're going to shift the focus to the Super Eagles and also Super Falcons. Remember September, just next month here, the Super Eagles will be playing against Seychelles. That's for the 2019 African Cup of Nations. And also the Falcons will be in action at the Women's Cup of Nations in Ghana in November. So they have every right to forget about what's been going on and, of course, shift focus to this, knowing that there's no time on their side. And this one coming from NFF president talking about Amaju Pinnick, where he's actually appreciating everyone who were able to ensure that everything went well, from the vice president to the presidency to members of the Federal Executive Board and all that, the role they played in ensuring that everything was put in order. He says, and I quote, our appreciation also goes to the members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the National Assembly, heads of the various security agencies, members of the NFF Congress, all our sponsors and partners, football stakeholders, analysts and ball fans who stood solidly by the tenets of association football. They went further to say that we've presented to the presidency immediate short-term and long-term plans for resolving issues in our football to ensure that the industry not only delivers on its mandate of promoting the game in Nigeria as a key economic factor, but also avoids governance troubles and wranglings in the future. Okay, this coming from Amaju Pinnick. So hopefully everything is over now, and we will now focus on what's on the field of play, which is football. And when would this be? Well, Super Eagles will be the first to be in action. The Falconets they didn't do well, at the last Under-20 Women's World Cup and all that. So next focus. Kayode, I mean, let's not talk about the crisis now, right? It's over, it's over. So
I hope so.
The immediate, long-term, and short-term, what they really want to do, that's where the thing is right now.
Well, there's been a long-standing issue as regards the NFF statutes that some parties have exploited over the years. Now, Amaju Pinnick has suggested short-term and long-term solutions. I hope all warring factions can sheath the sword in the best interest of Nigerian football, and the governance troubles can once and for all get to become a thing of the past.
Okay.
Yes, the Minister of Sports is saying he's on the side of the rule of law. What that means, I do not understand, because the presidency...
I think the words speak for itself.
It's clear. The presidency intervened and assured FIFA that the Amaju Pinnick-led board is in charge.
And FIFA is monitoring.
And FIFA is monitoring. I hope for once and for all, this can become a thing of the past that's not going to rear its ugly head again, maybe during another election cycle for the next 4 years.
That's why we have to go back to the question. Do you think we have seen the end? Federal government intervenes, a representative of the federal government still comes out
That was why I said, I hope so.
Still comes out to say, I'm standing by the rule of law. The process let me finish. The process that has started with this administration, the administration that gave FIFA assurances, then the representative of that administration still saying that this administration respects the rule of law. So, which means all the matters that the world's football governing body doesn't want in court will still be in court, and those who stand by the rule of law, whatever judgment comes out of that, will also want to say, it still looks messy.
Now, I want to take a cue from what Laolu Akonde, the media aide to the vice president, said, that yes, they've thrown their weight behind Amaju Pinnick, but they will continue to discuss
so that the crisis can be resolved,
can have a lasting solution. Now, the Amaju Pinnick board has said we've extended the olive branch to the other faction. Let's talk. Short-term and long-term solution methods have been already forwarded to the presidency as to how they can find a solution to this once and for all. I hope they can amicably resolve this issue, because we talk about it every now and then, especially whenever the election approaches, and it's not in the best interest of Nigerian football, basically, because it's just the shenanigans of some few selfish interests being brought to the front burner. Right about now that FIFA kind of dangled that ban were able to at least put our house in order temporarily, but I want a lasting solution. Now, Adoke Emesemaka suggested that the NFF should become an NGO, which I think it's not a bad idea. Maybe go with the Article C of Karma Company and Allied Smart Tax Act, such that the NFF become autonomous, that we don't go cap in hands to the presidency, such that at some point, the Ministry of Sports can say, after all, you come cap in hands, we have a say on your matters every now and then, which might inadvertently bring about the selfish interest of a few who just want to destabilize the growth and stability of football in Nigeria. We can only look for the best, and let's see what becomes of this whole statement made by Amaju Pinnick and how the parties can come together and reach an amicable resolution
for all of this
towards the betterment of football in Nigeria, because the LMC has been on hold, the league rather has been on hold for quite a while. The practitioners, the footballers are worse off. The majority of these things are not being paid because they are not playing. Now, thankfully, there's no FIFA ban on the horizon anymore, at least for now.
At least for now, yeah.
We can focus on our qualification bid for AFCON 2019. Since we won it in 2013, we've not participated in the last two, in 2015 and in 2017.
Not qualify.
We've not participated. We didn't qualify, actually.
That's more palatable way to put it. But Kade, let me quickly ask you this. You know, like they say in the part of the country where I come from, the noise in the market will not be a distraction. What I mean by the noise in the market is these issues are still there. Amaju Pinnick's board, for all they have done, you wonder if all of these courts today, if it was not there, maybe, I'm just saying maybe they could have done better than this. But once we still have this noise in the market, I'm still going to court, some parties saying DSS should not be here and all of this, that noise in the market, will it still affect the operations of the football house?
Now, that's what we're talking about, these sides meeting. Some things we'll have to give. Maybe promise them, okay.
A little bit of compromise here and there. A little bit of
compromise here and there, reach a truce, withdraw the cases from the court. Because FIFA
should that be the first step? Should that be the first step?
What about...
If they're going to withdraw the cases, definitely there will be a compromise somewhere.
Because that's the most lethal weapon that they have.
If it's withdrawn, it can be released again.
Exactly, because I understand that maybe some of these people belonging to the Chris Graham might say, okay, you want to contest, no wala, you can obtain the form on the condition that you withdraw the case from the court.
Yeah, that's what the Congress decided. That's what
the Congress decided. You have to withdraw the case because FIFA frowns against you taking football matters to civil courts. But unfortunately, that's where we find ourselves. I believe there will definitely be a solution to this matter, a panacea, as the case may be. But at the end of the day, something will have to give. But I hope they do that in the best interest of Nigerian football. It's unfortunate that the presidency gets to intervene. At all. It's very, very unfortunate. It shouldn't be.
From one indication, is like the presidency intervention right now is not really... it hasn't gone down well with most people. He mentioned the fact that, what the sports minister, the press statement coming from him, when he says, look, I mean, he wants to appeal to Nigeria to actually give support to the NFF stakeholders, elders committee that he actually inaugurated. They are the ones that will find a lasting solution to this. You think that stakeholders forum that he initiated and all that, he says they have reputable, NFF past presidents and all that, some members of this committee, they are all there. And now if this NFF elder stakeholders conciliation committee are able to meet and, come out with a blueprint, and maybe it's not in favor of what's currently going on now, what's going to happen?
Well, I think the sports minister should just concede to what his boss from the presidency has said.
And that will give us peace.
Now, if he does concede...
What will not happen to the committee has already set up?
The committee set up can come up with their blueprint. Both parties would meet. Maybe the vice president as the arbiter or the moderator. He's a senior advocate of Nigeria. He's been there, done that in the law profession. I believe they will resolve this amicably if every party has the genuine interest of Nigerian football. at heart.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it there.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.